Hello traders. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you for joining this particular course. Now, before I actually start with the strategy and setup, I would like to first show you the result which I was able to produce using this strategy. Now, those who are following me through Instagram, they already know I posted it there that I was able to win Zerodha 60 trading day challenge for continuously 6 times. Now, that means over the period of 1.5 years, continuously I was able to generate profit using this strategy. Now, that was even without taking a single halt in between. Also, you might have followed that I was able to create somewhere like 1000% return. That means I started with a really small amount, which normally retail traders start with, and then gradually over the period of year, I was able to generate 1000% return. Basically, I multiplied my account 10 times. So I started from 1 lakh. Initially, I started using 50,000 to 70,000, and then I started investing the entire amount 1 lakh, and I was able to make that to the 10 lakh. So 10 lakh of pure profit I'm talking about. That means after cutting all the taxes and brokerages part, I was able to generate somewhere like more than 10 lakh 66,000 profit using this strategy. Now the main reason behind showing this profit is not to show off, but you all know there are a lot of fake videos and screenshots are being shared over the media, social media, and people are getting trapped. So retail traders are in quite of confused, like whom to follow, who is a retail trader and who is just trying to show off. So here I'm going to show you my account statement, each and everything, so that you can trust me. Secondly, you can also understand the potential of this particular strategy, which will help you build a confidence which is required to build up a good mindset for trading. Now you can easily see this is my trading terminal, trading account. So I'll refresh. I'll keep refreshing it in between so that you'll be able to know, yes, this is the legit account and this is not something called as edited video. Okay, so you can see this is my name, Rohit Ingulkar, and those who know, those who are like using Zerodha, they know all the data, the statement is in console part. So we'll go to the console. You can see, again I'll refresh it. So you can see this is my account, and we'll first look at the account curve. So what is account curve? Now this is something which comes with Zerodha. I don't know if other broker platforms do provide it or not. Here you can see how the account is growing, what is happening with the account. So it shows you approximate 12 months of data. So I started from September 1. So we'll be seeing the result from September 1 to August 2022. Okay, so we already till November, so we can't go beyond that, but you can see somewhere like it was account as 4 lakh, and then the account slowly grown. Now some might be getting confused, like from December to maybe till April or May. Are you not like you are not able to make profit or what? No, I was able to make the profit. But if you see the white dots, this is called payout. So every time I used to, like every week I used to take some cash out, the profits. The reason is whatever investment amount I put into that particular trading account, I want to first remove it. So I removed the capital which I invested initially. Also I removed a lot of profits as well, which will act as a cushion. Now what is a cushion? So basically that are the profits. So even if I make some losses and I want to adjust my account to the same level again, so I can add that profit again back to the trading account. Why this? So that a trader's mindset will never be shaken. So it is really important for trader to keep his mindset at the right place. So I'll teach all the psychology point. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take each and everything. How slowly I increase the account, how much quantities to put, each and everything. Every single point will be discussed about this strategy. So don't worry about that. This is just to show you what I was able to do. Now let us quickly go to the P&L account. So P&L statement is somewhere you see all the profits and loss which I was basically able to create using this strategy. So let's go to futures and option. Basically this is an option scalping strategy. So everything will be from futures and options. So we'll go to the September 1st to August 2022. Okay, so this is, again I'll refresh it. Right, so this is my account, my name, and you can easily see I was able to generate somewhere like 17 lakhs, but that is including taxes and all. But the pure profit is somewhere like 10 lakh 66,000, and this is what I told. I started with 1 lakh and I was able to make more than 10 lakh of profit, that is 10 times the account. So definitely the taxes part will be there, and you should be not worrying about the taxes because that is a compulsory part. And if you're trying to make, let's say if you want to make 1 lakh a month, for example, and you're able to achieve that, so you should not be bothered about the taxes and charges which is getting occurred. That is not your concern. So approximately it is like 40% of the amount goes in taxes, but that is completely fine because whatever target you wanted, whatever amount you wanted to achieve, you was able to achieve. Now you can see initially the profits were smaller because the quantities were small. But slowly using that same amount, I was compounding and I was increasing the quantity. So initially the profit loss was small, maybe like 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000 likewise. And slowly after that, I started increasing the quantities and you can see the profit goes from like 19, 20, 30, 40,000 a day. So this you will be able to achieve exactly. Why? Because I did it, so you will be also able to do it. Actually, I want you to do better than me. Okay. So first, let's start with the. I'll show you the some trades which I took. So you'll be able to know how much in amount was invested. So if you see, 50 quantities was bought at 290 and 270 it was sold, maybe in small losses. Then again I bought at 246 and then I made some 1000 rupees profit in 50 quantities. The profit loss is not the issue here. What we have to see is the amount of invested. So if you simply multiply 290 divided by 50, so that is 14,500 rupees investment. Forget about that. Go to the normal size. Normally I started with 100 quantities. So 276 into 100 quantities. So that is 27,000. Initially I started with small quantities just to get about the strategy part, and then I started using the entire capital as well. Okay. So let's go to the some few dates ahead. We'll see. Random, we will choose any date. Doesn't matter. See here also I'm using 100 quantities only. We'll go some losses day as well. So here also you can see 332 I bought and 327 I sold. So that is not one single trade. That is two different trades. How? See, this is I guess it's September 15th, right? So let's go to the trade book. What is trade book? Trade book is somewhere where actually all the trades are been recorded. So we'll go to futures and options and we'll go to the month of September. September month. Okay, so again I'll refresh it for your confirmation part. See, this is September and we are looking 15th of September, right? So this is 15th of September. 14 trades I took overall. So now here you're able to see. See, first trade I bought 100 quantities at 275 and then I sold it. Then again I bought, here it is like 50, 50. So total 100 quantities again. Then again I sold them. Then again I bought 100 quantities. So here also what you're looking at is the three different trades which I took. So first 100 quantities and then two different trades of 100 quantity each. So 100 quantity means hardly I was using 27 to 30,000 amount. Then definitely as the profit loss will grow, the number of trades, the number of quantities I will be using will be increasing. So now here if you see, I am using 200 to 150 quantities per trade. So if you calculate 200, and you can simply say my buying average is somewhere like 300 rupees. And the reason, the actual reason also I'm going to explain you in the further course part. So 300 into 200 quantities, that becomes somewhere like 60,000. So still what profit I calculated was using 1 lakh, which I took as a round figure. I started with really small amount, 50, 60, 70,000, and then I started using the entire 1 lakh as well. But at least for 1 to 1.5 months initially, I was using less than 1 lakh amount. But to make the calculation easy, I assumed that I was using 1 lakh, which actually I didn't. But I assumed I was using 1 lakh, and then I was able to generate that particular profit. So you will also able to make the same sort of profits. So now once you start making good profits, you will be basically increasing the quantities. So let's go to January month. We'll see how much profit. So we'll start looking how much quantities I was using. So here if you see, the quantities was fixed somewhere like 500 to 400 quantities I was trying to trade over the period of Jan Feb. So randomly choose any dates, it doesn't matter. So the quantities will be mostly stable. So 800 quantities means basically I'm taking two trades, 400 and 400. Because if I'm buying at 310, I won't be selling at 300. Okay. 316 I bought, 318 I sold. That is not possible. Basically, it's the sum of two different trades. Okay, because 1 or 2 points is never the profit in doing options buying. Okay, then if you move to the May month, maybe here quantities might have increased. So here I was using more than 1000 quantities to take the trade. So 1000 quantities was an average quantity in the month of May. We'll see few more days. Yeah, 1000 quantities. Now here you are seeing 10,000 quantities. So that is basically, it was Thursday, and here you try to buy the out of money options because this is what we call a 0 to hero. So the concept is same, our setup is same. So if you find that particular, you can even use that for 0 to hero as well. And you can see I was able to make good profit of 54,000 using that single trade. Okay, moving to the next few trades, we'll see random trades. Yeah, here also you can see approximately 1000 quantities is the average. We also have to see the buying average. See, Nifty, the price will be smaller because Nifty options at the money trade somewhere like 150 to 200 rupees, and I also tell what premium to trade on, so don't worry about that part. But for the Bank Nifty, it is somewhere still like 1000 quantities. So maybe by June, July, I increase the quantities to 1200. Let us see. Yeah, approximately 1200 quantities I started trading in the July month. We'll see few more days. Let us see. Yeah, 2400. And here this is 500 quantity. This is basically trying the out of money 0 to hero part. Now after that, August also basically I might be using the same amount of quantities, 1200, right? 1200 quantities to trade in the. Now this is 4800. That means it's multiple like 3 or 4 trades which I took for that particular strike price, and you can easily see in this particular trade book as well. So we'll again check one more check so that you'll get more confirmation. So this is August, 4th of August. Sorry. So let's go to 4th of August, 2022. September, August month, and here also August. So we'll give it a second to load. Definitely the video will be big, but the proof is required so that that mindset could be built. Okay, again I'll refresh it. Okay, so we'll come down. So you can see first trade here, 900 plus 225. You can do the math. It's somewhere like 1200 quantities. Then I bought, I sold. See, you'll see these multiple trades, because if you understand actually how the trade goes, if I want to buy 1200 quantities, that doesn't mean someone is really is already there to provide me that 1200 quantities. So what NSE does, the one who is giving me 25 quantities, 50 quantities, everything it will try to purchase, and then it will fill my basket of 1200 quantities. So if you can see, this all quantities were bought slowly and gradually. But if you look at the seconds, this is the same time, 10 o'clock, 17 minutes and 19 milliseconds. So such kind of speed is there. Okay. Sorry, 10 o'clock, 17 minutes and 19 seconds. So we'll go ahead and you can easily see all this purchase has been done only at the price which I said, and it is not more than 1200 quantities. So if you add this all quantities, you'll be able to see this is not 4800 quantities, but it is different trades placed at a different time. So somewhere like 1200 quantities were being used, and now I currently am using 1800 quantities on this particular setup. So this is November 4. I can also show you that as well. What is today's date? So we'll go to Google. Yeah, okay. So you can see this also. I will try to refresh it. Just a second. Yeah. So today is Friday, 4th November. Currently I'm using somewhere like 1800 quantities to trade using this particular setup. So I'm increasing the quantities because as the profit is increasing, I'm using the same amount to trade again and again. Now you might be wondering why I'm not removing the profit, because this is just another account, a different account. I have a different account on which I trade with my original capital. This is somewhere which I started small and I wanted to grow, so that this will act as a reference point for all the retail traders. Because I am a retail trader, I know we see a lot of big people making really good profits, maybe few lakh, even a few crores per day. But what happened? That could act a really good inspiration. But that is some sort of misleading as well, because what we see, someone is making 1 lakh or 4 lakh and we want to be that. We want to be that stage. See, he's using few crores of account. So you have to focus on ROI. What is return on investment? Secondly, he is at the level 10. You are starting at level 1. Don't try to compare. You should compare with yourself and see how you could grow, because that is your main competition. Now, I think I've shown the enough proofs, like how much profit you were able to make. If something apart from that, oh yes, one thing is remaining, that is Zerodha 60-day challenge. Yes, that one part is remaining. We'll go to there as well. So if you see, this is Zerodha 60-day challenge. Again, this is my own account, nothing changed. So if we come down, so this is the where we started Zerodha 60-day challenge. So on 5th of May, somewhere like 2021 we started. So it goes for 3 months, 60 trading days. That means in normal calendar days, it will be 3 months. So this was the first challenge. Quantities were small, so definitely the profit will be small. Then slowly the quantities increase, the profit will keep on increasing. Now you will say in this month I was able to generate more profit, because sometimes the strategy can outperform, sometimes the strategy will go down, but on an average you should be making somewhere like 50 to 60% of ROI per month. Okay, so if you check the dates, 5th of month to 8th, then again 8th I started, close on 11th, then 11th I started, close on February I started, close on May to then again to July, and from July to I guess it's 10th means October, right? And the news challenge already been started, and now it is going continue. Okay, Now definitely this amount will keep on rising because the quantities I'm trying to trade is increasing. Okay, so you can even download it. Okay, so if someone feels that this might be not even real, so we'll download the certificate. Right, so if I save it somewhere anywhere and then I'll try to open it. Just give it a second to load. Yeah, okay, you can see here 6 times continuous profit. So nothing has been edited, everything is real, and the thing is not to show what is real, what is fake. The thing is, this is the potential of the market. If you got the right strategy, right system, you will be able to make such kind of profits. And it's not I started with few crores and then I'm making few lakhs. I started with really small amount and then I've grown it. So you'll be also able to do it. So if I guess I have what we say, so initiated the hit of learning this particular strategy. So stay along with me. Slowly and gradually we'll start covering all the concepts. So let's start this strategy. See you in the next chapter. Thank you so much.